Call back. Recall. Yeah. Now, so I was telling you about Cronbach Alpha test. The purpose, if you are asking a set of questions, there should be some internal consistency. There should be. Please mute, James. Please mute. So I give you an example. I'm going to ask a set of information. I just want to ask whether the student is satisfied with the AI-based learning. I can straightly ask one question. I can ask a straight question. I can ask a straight question, are you satisfied with AI learning? But instead of that, it may not produce what I may require. So what I do, to that single question, I'm asking, to collect the data, I'm using a kind of series of questions. So like I use 5 questions. So like I am for to get an information whether the student is satisfied with AI-based learning, I'm going to ask 5 questions. 1, AI tools improves understanding of lessons. AI learning platforms are easy to use. AI-based learning increases academic confidences. AI tools help to complete assignments effectively. Overall, I am satisfied with AI learning. Hope you're getting me. Instead of asking one single question, I'm asking a series of questions. So, if there is some fluctuations in the mindset of the student also, we will understand, isn't it? Some students may not like to use AI for coursework submissions because your lecturer may be looking a plagiarism tool and you may get a 0 mark also. So if you ask student satisfaction for AI learning with a single question, you can ask a set of questions. Now, there should be an internal consistency between question 1 to question 5, among question 5. This is how we use Cronbach Alpha test to check. So you give this questionnaire and take response. So, you have 5 respondents for 5 questions. Look at a student here. For question 1, AI tools improve my understanding of lesson. The student has given 5 score, the maximum high score. For question 2, AI learning platforms are easy to use. Yes, the student has given a score of 5. Now the question 3, AI-based learning increases my academic confidence. Then respectively for question number 4, AI tools help me to complete assignments effectively. 5. Because we know the student is highly satisfied. Overall, I am satisfied with AI learning. You see, instead of asking, are you overall satisfied with AI learning, you can ask a series of questions. Now, what we want to make sure, the Cronbach Alpha test help you to check the internal consistency between these questions. So if you look at the student A, 5, 5, 4, 5, that is how it is given. Student B also have given more or less. But if you look at C, the student says AI tools improve my understanding lesson. No way. So, you can see some deviations. But if the students see answer here, instead of 2, 5, 5, and 1, and the remaining low scores, there is some consistency problem. So for this, we use the goodness of it. We use the good to check the internal consistency. We use the Cronbach Alpha test. Now, again, I'm repeating, what is this Cronbach Alpha test measure? It measures the internal consistency among the questions or the items what they used in the scale. So means what? The questions, are they working together or are they moving out? So we can say simple analogy, like you have 4 thermometers kept in one room. They all have the same scale in degrees Celsius. If one thermometer is showing 20 degrees Celsius, if another is showing 45, the another one is showing 5, then there is some problem, isn't it? Because all these thermometers in a specific room should report same temperature, isn't it? So this is an analogy I can tell you in a ECU. So there is a table interpretation. If The alpha value of the Cronbach Alpha test is between 60 to 60.6 to 0.69. It is bad actually. You need to rewrite. It is a low one. If the Cronbach Alpha test is between 0.7 to 0.79, acceptable. But it should be like 0.8 to 0.8 that it is good. And above 0.9 up to 1, it is excellent. So that we have to make sure. I think that is okay for the Cronbach Alpha test. Now, members, I want to know how much you understood this Cronbach Alpha test. What is the idea behind Cronbach Alpha test? Please, one of you can answer. Thank you. No one around? Or you people just put your meeting on and left the place? How it is like?
Doctor, we are around. What I found out is that the questions which we are going to push out to our respondents must be consistent. Probably maybe, yeah, they should be consistent from question 1 to the last question.
Not one to the last question, but if you look at the board here, the particular item, if you are having a series of questions, it should be considered. In fact, we can say like that because the ultimate purpose is collecting that particular item. What is that particular item? You know that very well. But the internal consistency, so we can use the Cronbach Alpha test to check to one or other way we can say like that. I hope you all are okay with this. Can I proceed to the next one?
So my question would be, the respondents are the students A up to E. Now those would be my, maybe the people that I'm going to be questioning. So do I need to first choose like maybe the first 10? Then I issue them the questionnaires. Then I plot this to get the significance level before I can now roll it out.
Yeah, true. Because we have to check the internal consistency. At least give to 1 to 20 participants or 50 participants and get the data and do the Cronbach Alpha test. That is correct. All right. Any questions? Okay, so now you understood what is the Cronbach Alpha test. See, different people say it in different ways. I say it is Cronbach Alpha. If someone says other thing, you forgive me, right? Okay. So the purpose is to check the reliability, how consistency is among that one. Now I'm trying to show you with some examples on this board how the internal consistency is lost. So we have a sample bad questionnaire here. Like I have a set of questions, 5 questions. And the questions are related to AI learning, how AI learning helps them to understand things in a better way. Now, the first question, I am asking the respondent, AI tools improve understanding of lessons. Okay, that is fine. Question number 2, the AI learning platforms are easy to use. That is also understandable. But if I use a third question, I enjoy watching AI-based football, or I say I enjoy watching football. I don't know what is the role of in that one. That question is bad, isn't it? Then the remaining questions are okay. AI tools help me to complete assignments effectively. You're again asking the respond, are you satisfied with AI learning? But what is the appropriateness of question 3? And you can see when you take responses, you can literally see the question 3 does not move well. This is the most important thing for you. Look at question 1 among 5 respondents. They are moving well. They are moving well means what? Here it is moving together, isn't it? But you look at here, it is not moving together because football has nothing to do with this one. So this is the typical example of good or bad question, and how you can check it by statistically is that by Cronbach Alpha test. So the consistency, internal consistency, sequencing, everything is important for your questionnaire. Right. So we are going to end up today's second session. In fact, this is going to be the third session. Yeah. So today we have learned how research concepts become measurable evidence. Your concept you are going to measure. We are going through 7 stages of developing a concept, defining the variable, operationalize the variable with real indicators, design the instrument, collect data, analyze data, measure the evidence. So when you develop a questionnaire, design the instrument, then validate and do reliability tests for the questionnaire. So 1 to 7 is actually the research process, because you have a concept as an abstract and you make variables. You identify the variables, convert them indicators and use scales, then collect it, analyze it. So the research idea to measurement to analysis to evidence makes a pure research. So the session is ended now. We'll resume the next session in next 15 minutes, that is 10 minutes to 12. If you have some questions to ask on this session, you can ask me now. So since I don't get questions, I'm ending this session. I'll share you a new link in the group and resume with me after 15 minutes, where we are going to have a practical demonstration of this, what we have learned using a research. Thank you all. In 15 minutes, you'll get the link to join. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.